Hurricane Florence slammed into this state, making landfall today and carving a deadly path. Here in Wilmington at the airport, wind gusts reaching 105 miles per hour at one point, not seen since Hurricane Helene in 1958.
I'm Jim Subert with Pride Cleaning and Restoration. We were based in St. Louis, Missouri. And as I'm sitting here at home, I'm watching all this horrific video, stories of the damage and things going on here in Wilmington, North Carolina. My wife and I were talking about how can we help. We prayed about it, and I just felt this tugging from God to come over here and see what we can do. So I flew out later that day. I got over here, and after seeing the devastation from all over, from North Topsail to Sneads Ferry, Surf City, Wilmington, Hampstead, you name it, Burgall, all these areas. And I was driving around and just seeing just people were hurting. Everybody's needing help. And yes, there's some restoration companies that were over here helping. It just wasn't enough. And then Hurricane Michael, shortly after that, came up through the Gulf and just demolished Panama City, Mexico Beach. And so a lot of the companies that were in this area helping Wilmington picked up and left and went down to Florida, leaving the people in North Carolina. What do we do now? We still need help, and there's not enough people to go around. So we decided we're going to open up a second location of our company. We're going to be over on 2020 Capitol Drive, and we've got a team of experts. Not just our company, but we've teamed up with other experts from helping with insurance claims, dealing with insurance adjusters, dealing with getting your contents packed up at your home and bringing it into our facility. We can clean it, store it, while your repairs are being made in your home. Now, we're a 31-year-old business in St. Louis. And we've gone to other disaster sites in the past, but this one was different. This storm was here for 4 days and put 30 inches of rain throughout the area. On top of that, 100-mile-an-hour winds, which caused so much damage to homes and businesses. Water was coming in sideways in through their attics and leaking all the way down from the rooftops down to their crawl space. Wilmington, North Carolina, and the surrounding area, it's a beautiful place to live. And we are excited about the opportunity to be here to help restore their properties that were devastated by Hurricane Florence. We're going to share a few stories of people we've been able to help.
I'm Amy Elizabeth Nelson. I'm a hurricane survivor with my family of Hurricane Florence. We moved into our beautiful 4,100 square foot Georgian home. July 11th was our closing date. We moved our stuff in August 18th. Less than 4 weeks later, Hurricane Florence hit our home. During that time, we evacuated. One of the reasons why we evacuated is low pressure storms, mold, stressful events can make me and my 8-year-old son very sick. He and I have a disease called mast cell activation syndrome. When relapsing or immunosuppressed, you can be anaphylactically reacting to thousands of triggers, but a big one is mold. And so our priority when we bought the home was to buy a clean home that was mold-free, dry, near the water. We wanted to be near the intercoastal waterway or the ocean so we get fresh saltwater air. We were able to call in a restoration group out of St. Louis that was here who told us that they were going to start a restoration service here and try to start a business in Wilmington after this hurricane, and their name was Pride Cleaning and Restoration, and my desire was to let the professionals do this demo work. A lot of our neighbors and friends who are used to going through hurricanes on the coast, they have the immune system and ability to go in and personally take down walls and pull out insulation and buy dehumidifiers and do that sort of thing, and my family's just not capable of that. This service that we asked for with Pride for us is a godsend. What I really have appreciated is that they think scientifically about it. They don't think of, hey, I see water, so let me get rid of water. Pride came in here and started doing the remediation cleanup, taking down walls, and that's when we saw how wet this house was. Between my moisture readings and theirs, and then the mold that we saw and have continued to see behind the walls, there's no doubt within my mind that we've done the right thing and that we would recommend their service to anyone. When a hurricane hits, most everyone is affected financially. You always question, was my insurance going to pay for this? If it doesn't, am I going to go bankrupt and start over and lose everything? You don't think about, is my home going to attack and kill me and my son?
Hurricanes are a yearly concern for us. Every single house has tarp on the roof. They have drywall in the yard where they're restoring it and pulling it out. Every single person, after a hurricane like this, should have their house checked. What's it going to hurt? But you have to make sure that it's just not a surface check. It's somebody who's going to do a deep check and really look for problems. You know, look for problems, not just solve the problem that's obvious. Because if that was it, we'd just have new paint and a few new boards down, and we would still have a lot of mold in our house. So we're very pleased with the expertise, with the service that Pride has given us, with the people on his team, and with the experts that he's called in to double check and back up what he's discovered.
There's a lot of other remediation companies here also, but people don't really realize that there could be damage to their house because you can't see it because it's behind the walls and it's wet. And it was all wind-driven rain for 4 days. So they really don't know. You know, even the most well-built homes in the communities have damage because we looked around and our house is brick. Okay, so we thought, oh, shouldn't be anything wrong. But you know, as time goes on, all these homes in the areas are gonna experience maybe situations that they should take care of right now. You know, have somebody at least look at it, and they just, you know, they have no idea what it could cause in the future, because mold will grow and water will damage a lot of things that you cannot see. And thank God that Jim, his company Pride, is here to look into this.
We've been in hundreds of homes throughout the area. We see a lot of people just didn't know that they had damage. As we did a thorough investigation of their home, we found water damage that wasn't, of course, obvious. It was hidden damage inside their walls, behind baseboards. We found visible microbial growth, otherwise you know as mold, was behind these surfaces, and people didn't know about it. And as we went further and further into these homes, we found more and more hidden damage. We've been able to work through the insurance companies and get this approved and get this taken care of and getting it paid for, which is important. You want to get it identified now and get it paid for now, versus going down the road with this 3 or 4 years from now, it wasn't discovered. You go to sell your house, what if that mold is still in your home? It's going to be discovered then by a prospective buyer of your home. And then once that's discovered, it's going to be part of your disclosure agreement. You have to disclose, and it will have to be taken care of at that point. However, this time, you're going to be on your own. your insurance company will not be paying for it. So it's important to identify now all your damage you have in your house, in your business. Make sure it's been properly remediated, properly dried. We also have a certified industrial hygienist part of our team who will come in and write a protocol for us, especially with clients that have health issues. It's so critical. We've got some that have lung issues. We've got some that have immune deficiencies. They're very critical to making sure that work is done properly, so it's not going to be a jeopardy to them and their health. And then also, when the work is done, they'll come back in and retest, make sure everything is good, everything is clean, your home is safe for you and your family. We've been doing this for 31 years. Allow us to help you and your family restore your home, restore your business, restore your life. And we're going to help rebuild Wilmington, one property at a time.